This study is a request I had from a few students this week. It's based on how to go from normal chords like your open chords into bar chords, sort of an exercise song that will help you get used to the transition. Because as we know, if we're new to guitar, bar chords aren't always fun. So I'm looking at Layla by Eric Clapton because it starts off with a very cool bar chord sequence. Then open chords. Back to the bar chords, open chords. If you want to get fancy at the end, I'll show you this part as well. But let's first of all have a look at the verse now. C sharp minor 7. The PDF does show the diagram, so if you need a copy of the PDF, please inbox me or message me. I'll be happy to give it to you because I'd like you to use this video along with the PDFs that to work together. Okay, C sharp minor 7 as we said. First finger is as flat as you can get it. Notice my thumb is hiding behind the guitar, so from the front you can't see it. Very, very bad thumb. Very, very good thumb. And that means the hand becomes almost like a little human capo. So you can see it might look funny, but that's actually, imagine a human capo changing and going under the guitar. So that's the trick for bar chords. And if it's pulling a bit here in the wrist, it means you're probably doing it right, because that's not a normal position. I'm sure you agree with that. Okay, so you got that. You can see the thumb underneath fret 4, and middle finger goes to string number 2, ring finger goes to string number 4, and fret 5 and 6 respectively. C sharp minor 7. Okay, the transition from there to G sharp 7, really cool change. Basically your middle and ring simply just do this, moved up a string. C sharp minor 7, G sharp 7, and this is not how Clapton got the name slow hand, by the way. For those who don't know, he took too long to restring his guitar. Okay, so C sharp minor 7, G sharp 7. The rhythm pattern is on the PDF too. So if you follow it through, you're going to hear and read and play and put everything together. It should sound like this if you play it through with me. 2 and 3 and 4 and you can see my hand strumming in the chord. I'm not too worried about the rhythm right now, more worried about the changes. And then the third bar is the fun. That goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now I'm going to zoom in a bit closer over here. You're on the third bar now, you're back to C sharp minor, and you're going to go 1 and 2 and. Notice that when I say and, I'm strumming without anything on my guitar. Check that. But at speed, it's not that noticeable. So what we're doing is we're taking advantage of the upstroke, down, down, up, down, to get you to the chord C, which I'm sure you're familiar with, and D, and then E, and then normal E7 is just with the finger, ring finger lifted. But if you put the pinky down too, that sounds so much more bluesy than this. Normal E7, new E7. This gives it extra bit of blues vibe to it. Okay, so here we go, the first 4 bars. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You got that? Okay. Now you have to transition again back to the F sharp minor, so we're getting a whole lot of wrist movements. And be careful, because I've seen sometimes the wrist sort of goes straight like that because it gets anodized, and then we get this. And all other strange things happening, because what we don't want is the following. I thought we might see better from this angle. If my thumb is too high, you can see it over the top, then this finger doesn't really go flat over the fretboard, and you get this. Not everything works so well. And as my thumb comes down, you can see my wrist is bending again, my wrist is pushing forward. And I'm over saying this a lot, so for those that really know how to do bar chords well, apologies, but for the new ones, technique is imperative. My thumb and first finger are directly parallel to each other, and it's nice and low. There's the bent wrist. And as soon as the thumb comes up, you can see I'm starting to bend. When I bend, there's my dead notes creeping in. So just watch out for the dead notes. Just make sure the thumb is nice at the back, and watch that wrist. Okay, back to the song. F sharp minor, middle finger just hangs around, or you can use it to reinforce the first finger if you want. And then ring and pinky go onto strings 5 and 4, and it's going to be nice and easy. The change to B7, also a really cool change. Pinky comes down 2 strings, ring finger comes down 1 string. So if you put the two together, and then you go to normal chords again, normal E, A. You'll notice I play my A like this as well, because this over here, that's the sort of traditional way of playing A, but my little fat fingers don't like going in a row like that. I feel squished, if that's actually a music term. Okay, but I don't like them sort of hugging each other like that, so I found if I swap my index and middle around like this, I've got so much more space. So that's my A. You don't have to do it like that. If you prefer the A like that, cool, but you've got a choice. Okay, I'm not going to take it the whole way through. You've just done the F sharp minor, B7, E, and A. You do it again, and then the second time you stop on the E, stop on the A, and you into that. Okay, but let's play through the bar chord, open chord transitions, whole way through. Going to zoom out a little bit there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now I'm going to show you this part. But I'm going to zoom in a bit closer first. Starting with the normal D minor for the chorus of Layla, just down up, then pinky goes to the 5th string. You can see it's nice vibrato there, the pinky. Okay, so it's, and from there I jump down to B flat. Now this is the traditional B flat. I don't like it, my fat fingers don't fit. So what I do from the D minor, I do that chord, and what's happening there is my first finger, my index, is on the 1st fret 5th string, and the pinky is nice and flat. You can see it bending back there as well to get a B flat, then C, and back to D minor. And before I repeat, a nice little hammer on.